over to the main event, ladies and gentlemen. The main event, the Tabs Unit Tournament 2024. What is in my log? The Tabs Unit Tournament 2024. I have found all the best units in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and I've put them in this 137 unit bracket to all fight against each other for ultimate victory. If you weren't around when we did this last year, let me show you who won. The Tabs Unit Championship 2023 was won by the Dragon, who went 7-0. Winning every single match, but... Wait, hold on. Let me actually go down. Where's the Dragon? There you go. The Dragon won the tournament by defeating the Raptor, Artemis, Harpooner, Berserker, Infernal Whip, Headbutter, and Witch. Losing 2, 3, 4. 4 battles on the way to the final. Defeating the Witch from 2-0 down in the final. A unit that had not lost a single fight the entire tournament. Some will say it was a big upset. I always believed in them. The Monkey King came in third, and then everything below that was a formality. But yes, that was February 15th of the year 2023. And now we are back. We are so freaking back. Over what is likely going to be a 2-stream tournament session. Because when we did this last time, it took 4 hours. The full 4 hours of a stream, and I don't have 4 hours today. So... now I can connect my Twitch, huh? Alright. Round 1, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1. I have got my announcer fit on. I've got my bracket ready. We've got the battlefield ready. Let us pick the first map for the preliminaries. The preliminaries will be fought in Tribal 2. No, actually, no. This is not fair. They need an equal ground. Tribal 1 will be the host of our preliminary round. Let's have a look at who is taking part in our preliminary round. We have Raptor against a pretty hefty opponent in the Da Vinci tank. That is a very, very unfortunate start for the Raptor. And the winner faces the Tree Giant. In the first round. This is just the preliminaries. Now, let us find us the Da Vinci tank, which is worth 4,000 buckaroos. You will go here, up against the Raptors. Now, the way that the armies work is that if you are the unit that costs the most, you will have 1. And then the other bunch of units that cost less will have as many as they need up until they reach the number which you cost. So we will put down 20 Raptors to match the 4,000 bucks of that the Da Vinci tank is worth. All right. We have our first matchup on screen. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, may the 2004 HiddeGvL Tabs Unit Championship begin. And this is a difficult one because the Raptors have to go up against immediately what looks like one of the tournament favorites, and wow. We have our first elimination. The Da Vinci tank moves on to the main tournament, defeating the Raptors in the preliminaries in a space of 10 seconds. Was that 5? That was not great. That was not great. Okay, we got the poachers. If we have relatively even numbers, I will allow for 3 units, at least. So next round, we've got the poachers against the clams. Remember, this is just the preliminaries, chat. So I'm going to give the clams 2 units. Because you do want to have a fight. You do want to have a fight, you know. Where are the poachers again? Oh, legacy. The poachers, beta archers, kind of. Can I try to match them completely by number value? No, it's not gonna be possible. Okay, 8 poachers against 2 clams. We begin the second preliminary. The clams have released their clams, leaving some of the poachers on the floor already. Are the poachers even going to stand a chance? Nope. They took down 1 clam, but the second clam was just too much. The clam moves on to the main tournament. Congratulations, clams. Now we have the Monkey King against the Mammoth. This is a bit of a unfair placement for the 2 of them. Considering both are quite powerful units that could have made a deep run in the tournament. But only one of these will now qualify for the main showing. Let's go. Battle number 3 of the preliminaries. The Mammoth against the Monkey King. The Monkey King can clone themselves. Go straight on the attack, but the Mammoth goes for a run through, killing 1 clone, or no. It's a heavy fight. The Monkey King is going off on the Mammoth. The Mammoth needs to remain aggressive if it wants to keep the Monkey King off its toes. The Mammoth seems a little undeterred for the moment, but is now on its side. You don't want a big mammal on its side, because that means they can be easily targeted. The Mammoth is starting to trample the Monkey King, though, but it is nowhere near enough. The Monkey King moves to the main bracket. All right, next we've got the miner and the healer. And this is going to be, I believe, just a formality. Because the healers, they can only heal themselves. Ah, yes, there you are. Okay, where's the miners again? Oh, there you go. Oh, we can have equal amount of money. Let's go. But this is but a formality. Here we go. The miners against the healers, and the healers, well, they can't really do much except heal each other. And that's not going to work against miners that know how to physically fight you. Although, they nearly seem to take one another out there for a second. Either way, the expected result is confirmed as the miners move on to the next round. Now we have the Deathbringer the Deathbringer against the Pike. Again, another unit that could make a deep run into the tournament, being forced to fight a preliminary. He'll have to go up against 7 Pikes. And those things are long. Can he avoid? No! He can't avoid them at all! The Pikes win! The Pikes win! Look at that. We have our first relative upset in the tournament so far. At least it caught me off guard. Okay. We next have the Snake Archer and the Radiant Glaive. Oh my goodness. We definitely have our good matchups cut out for us early in the tournament. This isn't even the main bracket yet. Here we go. The Snake Archer launches their snakes. That's all they can do. 1 Radiant Glaive is down. No. All 3 of them are still up, and now they're within range to tackle the Snake Archers. There's just 1 Snake Archer left. 1 Radiant Glaive is down, but 5 Snake Archers could only take 1 Radiant Glaive down. The Radiant Glaive moves on to the first round. Now we've got a bit of a exciting one, I'd say. The Ninja against the Wheelbarrows. Now this is going to be high pace. This is going to be high speed. Because they're relatively low cost, I'm going to allow for 3 Wheelbarrows and therefore 6 Ninjas. The Wheelbarrows need to stay moving to keep away from the Ninjas' firing range, and they've taken 2 Ninjas. No, both Ninjas are up. 2 of the Wheelbarrows are down. It's just 1 Wheelbarrow, dude. He's getting pelted by stars. That is game over. The Ninjas move on to the main bracket. Shame for the Wheelbarrows. I would have loved to see them further on. Alright, now we've got the Hoplite and the Pharaoh. Pharaoh. Alright, here we are. You have a couple Pharaohs. Hoplites. Roman soldiers. Eight of them against 2 Pharaohs. What are we going to get? Oh, they've been dropped to the floor. They've been dropped to the floor, but can they even fight back? Oh, the Pharaohs are throwing hands. But there goes 1 Pharaoh. The last one is alone. Can he beat all of them? He's dropped some of the Hoplites to the floor with his magic powers, but he's gotten his cane stuck in one of the Hoplites' shield. And that's the downfall of the Pharaohs. The Hoplites, stronger together in numbers, move on to round 1. And now for our final preliminary, the Chieftain against the Brawler. A resident of the tribal nation themselves, the Chieftains will want to use this home ground advantage. For sure. But tough opponent in the Brawler. Absolutely. We're gonna have a big fight. Why not? Let's have a big fight. 5 Chieftains against 9 Brawlers to complete the preliminaries. Who's gonna make it through? The Brawlers have numerical advantage, but the Chieftains have double stone axes, and the double stone axes are doing their damage right now. We still have more Chieftains left, and they win with numbers to spare as well. The Brawlers don't even make the main bracket. The Chieftain moves on. And with that, our preliminary round of this tournament is complete. Right, let's go back to... They've got hands for show. Hey, Hag! 80 stream streak. Look at that. Let's go back to the main bracket. As you can see, we've completed our round of preliminaries. We've got the Da Vinci tank against the Tree Giant in round 1. That is a matchup. Lady Red Jade against the Monkey King as well. Uller against a Miner. This is funny. Y'all saw that Kendrick got selected to be the Super Bowl performer next year. That's going to be hilarious. He's going to call Drake a minor in front of the entire world. Okay. There, you've had a brief look at your round 1 matchups. Let's not waste time. Let's not waste time. Time is limited, and in this case, time is tournament revenue. Let's go back to our battlefield. You've seen round 1 bracket. This is going to be the longest round of the entire tournament, and is why this is likely over 2 days. We are moving to, for round 1, we are moving to the harsh, cold area of Viking Sandbox. Round 1, the tournament is starting. These units need to be able to fight in the worst possible conditions if they're going to move on. Alright, we start with the Tree Giant, who will go up against the Da Vinci tank. We'll do a 3v3 for entertainment value. And here we go. The Da Vinci tank's slow to move, but the Tree Giants as well in this icy gladiatorial arena. Who's going to be the first to attack? It's going to be the Da Vinci tanks unloading their cannons, but the accuracy is lacking here. And the Tree Giants going for the clobber on the tanks. Can they defeat the tank before the tanks hit them with enough cannonballs? It's a hell of a fight. 1 Da Vinci tank is down. 2 Da Vinci tank is down. 3 in a row. The Da Vinci tank made it through the prelims, only to get smacked up by a bunch of Tree Giants in round 1. An unfortunate end to the Da Vinci tank's short-lived unit or tournament. Next up, we've got the Deadeye against the Gunslinger. This is an inter-faction battle. This is going to be mighty, mighty exciting. Alright, this is as even as we're gonna get it. Alright. Fight your fights. The Deadeye have launched their guns. They're gonna have to reload though. If the Gunslingers can get the firing off, they'll be within contention, I was gonna say. But the Deadeyes make use of their distance and win the battle. Gunslingers, they made a relatively deep run last year, so this early defeat doesn't suit them. We've now got the tank against the Skeleton Warrior, and if there's one thing we know about the tank in this game, is that it's broken. It is so very broken. These Skeleton Warriors are going to have to fight for their lives. Or undead lives, because they're dead. There we go. 75 Skeleton Warriors or 1 tank. And the tank has already blown a hole in a bit of the field. But they've let the Skeleton Warrior in. They are using the tank stick to swing it around though. Skeleton Warriors have been swung down. Some of them are still alive. But this is looking like a battle the Skeleton Warriors might not be able to win if they can't get a swing in. It's a 1v1. Oh, he's been rocked. He has been rocked. Even with 75 on the battlefield, the Skeleton Warriors were no match for the tank. Alright, we've got a bit of a semi-heavyweight battle here with the Void Cultist and the Jarl. Now, the Jarl should not be underestimated for its ability to turn the arena cold, and therefore the battlefield to its advantage. Alright, here we go. Battle begins. As the Void Cultists are going to try to prevent the Jarls from even getting a swing in. But there's some of the arenas. And this is not going to be good for the Void Cultists, as this is the Jarl's element. They know how to take care of business within these arenas. There is a bit of an attack, though. Our old Jarls are still alive, though. And some of them are in rage mode. And when the Jarls are in rage mode, there's no stopping them. There's no stopping him. The Jarl moves on to round 2. At least they lasted longer than the Raptors. Okay, let me get my laptop so that at least I can see some of you guys in chat. If there is any chat activity, of course. Organize my desk a little bit, John. It's a slot mess here. It's a slot mess here. But here we are. Here we are. Perfect. Okay, we've got a great setup here. Okay, let me access the tournament bracket from here as well. Alright, little technical pause here, chat. A little technical pause here. Okay, alright. Now this is much better. Okay. Give me a sec, chat. My mouth is full. Caster needs his food. All right. We've got ourselves now the Sacred Elephant against the Necromancer. An immediate good test for the Sacred Elephant, who made it quite far last year. Oh, and there come some of the Skeleton Warriors summoned by the Necromancers, but the Sacred Elephants are holding strong. And it's strong enough that the owners up the top of the elephant are able to do enough damage and move on. That was a weird battle. It was a weird battle. Now, here we go. Protectors against the Super Boxer. The Super Boxer is the only super unit allowed in this tournament by virtue of the fact that it is beatable. And he's going to have to beat a lot of protectors here in round 1 who will have the advantage of numbers. So the Super Boxer will be made to work against 125 protectors. Here we go. Is this going to be easy work for him, or does he get challenged? The key for the Super Boxer here is that he should not get surrounded. But look at how he's throwing hands. The protectors are going flying. Some of them are still alive. Oh, one big wicked punch. But that doesn't beat all of them. I haven't seen any of them land a hit, which is not very promising. They have piled on top of him a little bit. Most of the protectors are out of the equation. But is the fight back on? No, it most likely is not. The Super Boxer has had time to recover. There's only 2 left. And the Super Boxer passes the test of 125 protectors to move on to round 2. I remember, I think it was the Super Boxer was upset in round 2 last year. He had an early shock. It was an early shock. Okay. Right. More pizza. the teacher against the flag bearer. As a teacher myself, I might be biased, but the flag bearers know how to throw hands, but not if your opponents have swords. The teacher wins so far the fastest battle of the tournament. There was no chance there. Alright, next we got our Taekwondo units ready to roll today, and they're up against Bomb on a Stick. What a name, huh? Bomb on a Stick. Can the Taekwondo units hold their firm against dudes without and battle? They have one too many. I apologize, Bomb on Stick. We don't have this rigged tournament. Alright. The Taekwondo units are going to have to be resourceful here. And there goes one bomb. And, well, that's why I said you have to be resourceful. Because they do have bombs. You may be able to kick well, but nobody ever has brought no weapon to a bomb fight. And that is why. That is why. Bomb on Stick moves to round 2. Alright, we got the captain against clams. And you might say, clams? What are you talking about? I mean clams. I literally mean clams. Right, 2 pirate captains and 6 clams. Who are gonna win? There go the clams. Clams under the attack, but the pirate captains have survived this first wave. Here comes the second volley of clams as one pirate captain is down. Can this pirate captain fend it off? No! The clams have overwhelmed them. The clams have overwhelmed them. Incredible scenes. As the clams just stand there and win. Alright, we got the bomb thrower against the mad mechanic now. Now I gotta check if this is... Is this too loud for y'all? Okay. Okay, gotta bring it back. Bomb thrower and mad mechanic. Ah yes, bomb thrower. Against mad mechanics. And the bomb throwers have only one crux. They only throw one bomb. So they have to make it count. 6 bomb throwers, 3 mad mechanics. Here we go. Oh, there's a couple of bombs. The mechanics survive it though. And now it's just a question of time. Oh! Second volley of bombs. Is that gonna do anything? Yes! It does something the second time around. And the bomb throwers barely hold on. Because if that didn't do it, the mad mechanics would certainly have done it. And now, for a battle that's a little less serious. The Reaper, the Grim Reaper himself, up against 5 cheerleaders. Shield your eyes, folks. Oh my god. They're cheering so hard they're dying. Huh. Yeah. That was very expected, but I didn't expect to like them to off themselves that quickly. Right. The wizard against the halberd. As we move along, where's the wizard? Wizard! 1 wizard, 3 halberds. How's it gonna go? He's got a bit of a fight to do, but power of electricity. But the halberds are undeterred. So the wizard is going to have to bring out the sword. But it's not enough. And the wizard is beaten. The halberds stuck together and stuck their poles in the wizard. And the halberds win. So far it's been a story of teamwork that has won the day. And we now have the Lady Red Jade against the Monkey King. The Monkey King, he had a tough opponent in the prelims just to get here. And this next opponent is not going to be any easier. With a value of 3,500. This is going to require all the strength and magic the Monkey King has. Here we go. Clones and magic. There go the Lady Red Jade tornadoes. And now the physical fight begins. I don't know which Monkey Kings are legit and which ones are not, but the Lady Red Jades are standing their ground. There's still 3 of them. The Monkey Kings are faltering. It's too tough for them. And the Lady Red Jades fight themselves to a convincing victory at the end. Losing just one team member. And now for something fun again. The Devout Gauntlets against Dynamite Throwers. Here we go. Dynamite gets launched, but it's a complete miss. And I think that should lead in a complete massacre. As this guy takes a crippling blow to the head. So hard he ends up under the ice. The Devout Gauntlets move on to round 2. Blunderbuss against the Shadow Walkers. Oh boy. Blunderbuss, boys with a gun. And Shadow Walkers, boys who walk in, well, the shadow. No prizes for guessing what they do there. Hey, it's another even battle, 5v4. And the Shadow Walkers have gotten the one up on the Blunderbusses because before they've even launched their gun, they've teleported behind them, but they don't have much. The Shadow Walkers don't have much. It's 3 Blunderbusses against 1 Shadow Walker. Can he stay alive? He's killed 1. 1 Blunderbuss is missed. 2 Blunderbusses missed. The Shadow Walker is still in this one. He hasn't been able to land a fatal hit. And now he's in a bad position. He's in a really bad position and he takes a shot to the head. And the Blunderbusses just about get the job done. Surviving the shock effect of getting attacked from behind to move on through. Alright. Thor, the god of thunder, against a bunch of musketeers. Dudes with guns. It is dudes with guns. Can Thor do this smartly? Or do the musketeers get their kill? They do not get their kill. Thor is left alive. They need to reload fast, otherwise Thor is going to get his lick here. Some of them take aim. 1 musketeer lands, but he doesn't do enough. It's all up to this guy. Can he hold off the God of Thunder? The answer is no, because he's too slow to even think about attacking. And Thor survives a couple of bullets to the chest. I thought that might have been a really rough patch for Thor, but he makes it through to round 2. Alright, we've got the Uller against the... against a miner. Where are the miners? The miners came through the prelims and immediately have to face one of the tournament favorites upon arrival. They had an easy prelim, unlike a lot of prelim rounds. But now there's going to have to be 15 of them against one Uller who's thrown his battle axes but now needs to reload it because the miners are getting close. Ooh, but he's managed to keep a couple of them off him. The miners are starting to land some attacks though. The Uller will need to fight back and just win some distance. He's freezing a couple of them, but some of the miners have stayed alive. In fact, most of them have stayed alive, and the Uller doesn't win. The miners win their second battle in a row. Ooh, look at that. After the clams, the miners are now the second prelim unit to make it to the next round. What a performance. What a performance. Alright, we've got now the Shouter. No, not the Shouter. The Banshee against the Mace Spinner. Tough one. Tough one to call. Tough one to call. If the Banshees can get a good start, then they're in on this one. But the Mace Spinners, they have the power of speed. They definitely have speed on their side. 7 against 3. What do the Banshees do? Oh, they've lifted some of them. But that's just to deter some distance. One of the Mace Spinners is down. A couple of the Mace Spinners are down. They're not allowed to do anything. It's just one left. And he sank to the floor. Wow, that was one-sided. Very, very one-sided. The Banshees didn't allow for even a single bit of contact from the Mace Spinner. And that's how this battle ends. That is how this battle ends. Alright, we're in for another very fun one. We've got the Skeleton Archers against the Longship. And this might be one of my favorite matchups right here. A classic type of battle with bow and arrow against a ship, except, well, the archers are skeletons. Here they go. Can the longships get there in time? Ooh, the boats are on fire. The boats are on fire. They have to launch the longships. They've launched it on themselves. The longship members, some of them are stuck. Some of them get off. Can they even land an attack? No, they're all going to be lit on fire and killed. There's only a couple of longship members left, and they don't get the win. The skeleton archers, safe in numbers, safely into the second round. That was pretty easy for them at the end. I did not expect that ease. Then again, they did have bow and arrows with range. Alright, the Jester against the Shield Bearer, and I forget what the Jester can do. Oh, he has knives. He has knives. Knives against shields here. Ooh, one Jester is down. 2 Jesters are down. Can this Jester do it? No. He's been sent into a clown pose by a shield. And the Shield Bearers get a impressively easy victory. Scarecrow against Choco Nu. Ooh, yes. The Knife Boys. The Knife Boys against the Scarecrows. Choco Nu. Where are you? What faction are they in? Are they secret? I think they're secret. Am I wrong? I know I have them because I've used them before. faction are you in? What faction are you in, my friends? I've forgotten what faction you're in. Oh! Oh, you're very low in the secret faction. Huh. Didn't realize it. Alright, these guys. Guns and arrows. And combine that with a couple of numbers, they could take out the scarecrows if they survive the volley of crows. Here comes the first volley of crows. They've set their arrows, and before the crows even reach them, the Choco News have done the damage. These guys went deep in the tournament last year. They were very, very impressive. Finishing tied 5th. Reaching the quarterfinals, losing, surprisingly, to the surprise package of the tournament, the Headbutters. And it's safe to say the Headbutters will unfortunately... No, wait, the Headbutters are in. Oh, the Taekwondos are not. Alright, Lasso. The Lasso Men against the Spear Throwers. Or Lasso, if you want to be specific. Oh, I forgot that they're on horses. I forgot that they were on horses. Okay. Here's the Lasso Men. Here's the Spear Throwers. They need to come out with speed. A lot of speed, the Lasso Men. Here come the spears. Only one horse is down, though. Oh! I'm being told to wake up. Hi, Senna. Is he wearing a bottom up? I don't know. Crow guys were strong. Crow guys were very strong. In the meantime, the Lasso guys are still alive. Ninja Master will come soon. And look at that! The Lasso Men have won against the Spears. The Lasso Men have won against the Spears. Look at that. Great performance despite multiple spears in their horses. Let's see. Ninja Master. We still have Ninja full stop coming along. And the Sensei will come up in Battle 48 of Round 1. We're in Battle 28 of Round 1. We've got a fun one. Next, though, with the Ice Giant. Oh, you're in the train. Enjoy the train. Against Firework Archer. Now, the Ice Giant is undoubtedly one of the favorites this tournament. But didn't go far last tournament. Let's see how it fares this time. Bunch of dudes with fireworks against an Ice Giant. Uh-oh. He's been pushed back. It's explosive. If he can even get there, that'll be good. He's still alive. But he can't get anywhere close to them. This might not be the year of the Ice Giant again. Yep. The Ice Giant on the home ground loses without a single attack. That was definitely something. But also, could have expected it. Could have expected it. The Blow Darter, pause, against the Knight. Blow Darter. Where are you, Blow Darter? Now, the Blow Darters can intoxicate their opponents. Let's see if that holds results here. But the Knights have shields. They have protection. Ooh, but some of the darts are getting through. The knights need to go faster. But they're getting there, and they're going to get the win. He's just giving him a push and killed him with the shield. He gave him a little tap with the sword and said, hey, you're dead. You're dead. You did. Okay. We got another one of the preliminaries coming back. We're going to have the pike. And the pikes are going to go up against the executioners. Very, very scary. Dudes with big old fat axes up against dudes with big old long spears. Here we go. 6v7. I gotta keep out of the spear's reach. Wow. That was poetic, almost. You need at least 20 pikemen? The pikemen beg to differ. The pikemen beg to freaking differ. Alright, here we got a very down-to-earth matchup between the stoners and the farmers. 3v3. We can do a 5v5. No, wait, these are stoners. Thought I got a notification. Stoners against the farmers. All the stoners have is rocks, but those rocks are lethal. Now they need to spawn the rocks back in. Otherwise, the farmers are going to come through. 1, 2, 3. They've missed the poke on this first one, but ooh! Fork to the back. Fork to the back. And the farmer, the comically 69th seed this tournament, moves on to go against the pikes in the next round. I feel like I can predict that one already. Alright, we now have the ballista. A beautiful, beautiful little war machine right here. If I can find it. The beautiful war machines that are the ballistae and their opponents are the hobbits from the Shire. Ballistas against halflings. Here we go. The ballistas load up their shots, and they only take a couple of them out. And now the halflings are in with a chance. But they've all gone for the front here. I'm not sure how valid of a strategy that is, and they've turned the ballistas around at each other, and they've killed one ballista. Which means the second one will be quick to fall, and the halflings survive round 1. They really nerfed the ballista from its first release in this game. It used to have a slight explosive radius. Now it just takes people out. Big fight, big fight. Well done, halflings. Okay. Jouster. The Jousters are going to go up against a really, really tricky opponent in the Harpooners. This could be the Valhalla for the Jousters, as they're being pulled in. One of the horses is down already, but the Jousters can also make use of it. No, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. The Harpoons are too freaking powerful. Never mind. Ignore what I said. Ignore what I said. The Harpooners are powerful. Alright. Well, if you missed the horse unit, lucky for you, we're getting another horse unit in the Chariot. The problem is, the Chariot has the bomb cannon as an opponent. These horse units are not getting some... Not really getting lucky draws here, I have to say. No, definitely not lucky ones. Alright. 4v5, away we go. Oh, some of the one cannon has killed a horse, but the chariots have survived. The chariots are clashing into each other. The cannons are having a tough time picking what target they're going to find. They've taken out 2 chariots, though. There's only 2 cannons left against 2 chariots. 1 cannon falls. It's just this cannon who has to do the job against 2 chariots. But it's not enough. They've killed themselves. Red wins, but this chariot doesn't even have a person on it anymore. And this guy is dead. So the horses have won this for the chariot people. Oh, you lucky boys. You lucky boys. Well done, chariots. The bomb cannons. We'll want to go and get a review of that, because that is a tough way to go. Alright. Now, for those of you who are here for some raw firepower, up next we have... Gotta go. Alright, cheers. Have fun with whatever you're doing. You didn't tell me what you were doing. What are you doing? We have a Gatling gun. And the Gatling gun... May the worst one win. Has to face down a couple of boxers. Just a couple of boxers. Nothing too shabby for a pair of Gatling guns. Here we go. When does the firing start? It begins. Boxers are still alive, though. They can take some of the bullets. But the Gatling guns are firing now. It's a real war zone now, as a couple of the boxers have fallen. Yep. And, well, what did we expect? What did we expect? The Gatling gun moves on to round 2. We are now officially halfway through round 1. Officially halfway through round 1, the longest round. Okay, have fun, Nana. This is streamer heritage right here, chat. The next round is between the Raptor Riders and the Cacti. Tough one to call, yet again, because the Cacti have their own very good set of defenses. Here we go. 6 Raptor Riders, 7 Cacti. And the most important thing for the Raptor Riders is that they don't let the Cacti get their attacks off, because they are bulky, but oh my goodness. They have eviscerated the Cacti, who I thought was going to be a dark horse for a deep run. But they are out. Look at that. Literally the cactus armor from Terraria. For real. Okay. We got the Infernal Whip against the Divine Arbiter. Literally a freaking priest. Against a dude with a negative whip. Or a couple dudes with negative whips. Will the good religion win, or will the dudes with whips win? Oh my god. Great start from the Divine Arbiters, but the Infernal Whips have the advantage now, and they win after a slow start. The Divine Arbiters were too slow at chanting their religious spells, and the Infernal Whips take it away. Alright. We stay, though, within... Judas. We stay within the good faction. We got the Radiant Glaive against the dude with a ball and a chain. Or freaking prison break dudes. Here we go. Bunch of prisoners against Radiant Glaives. They launch themselves at the Radiant Glaives, hoping to do a lot of damage, but nothing is as certain here. It's a pretty open battle. The Radiant Glaives seem to have a little bit of an advantage, though, and they have turned it around pretty quickly and move on to the next round. A third or a fourth prelim unit moving on. Now we've got a bunch of disco boys up next on the battlefield. The clubbers against the candleheads. Clubbers bringing all their bats out to play. The candleheads bringing their sorcery. Here we go. Dudes with wooden bats, flintstones, if you will. And the candleheads. Ooh, the candleheads are taking a beating here. Literally. Oh, they're getting whacked. There's only one candlehead left. And ooh, firm hit to the face and chest has sent the candleheads packing and the clubbers through to round 2. Alright. You hear that, chat? Do you believe in love? For it is Cupid who takes the battlefield next. And what does Cupid like? Love. But you know what this next group of unit loves? Money. It's the bank robbers. And the bank robbers are here for your GDP per capita. So will the power of love win? Or will the bank robbers win? I think the bank robbers. Funnily enough, no, the bank robbers aren't that good. But let's see if they can bring us a surprise. Here we go. Cupid launching their love arrows, and the bank robbers, well, the whole purpose of it was that they launched those banks at the Cupids. Instead, they're forced to make love to each other here, and they die. Wow. Death by true love. Cupid moves on. What a romantic way to die. Alright. We've got a decent matchup now next. The samurai. Noble warriors from Japan up against dudes from the literal afterlife. Vampires. That's right, fellas. We have vampires. Or, no, Dracula. Romanians count as well. Don't tell Yuri, though. Alright. The vampires. Turning into bats. The samurai need to land attacks if they don't want to get destroyed by the vampires. It's an even battle, though, but the vampires are taking hits. But they've turned it around, and they win. Romania, Japan in the World Cup. Romania wins. Don't tell the Japanese. Do not tell the Japanese that this happened. Alright. That was that. Now we get last year's runner-up for their first performance. The Witch is up. They lost from 2-0 up in the final last year. Lost 3-2. Getting reversed swept. And their first opponent in this year's tournament are Pumpkin Catapults. Here we go. Clearly one of the favorites for this tournament. The Pumpkin Catapults have missed their target, and that will cost them. That will most certainly cost them. Look at what is going on. Oof. An easy win for the Witches. Cementing their favorite status. On to the next round. Not realistic. Romania beating Japan. Yeah. Alright. Now we get a battle of the ancients. The Minotaur is here. And he has to fight a bunch of Sarissas. Tricky one for the Minotaur, seeing that there's a bunch of spears ahead, but this thing runs headfirst into challenges, no matter how big. And you'll see what I mean by headfirst. Here we go. Yeets himself at one. And there's one down. But the Sarissas have started poking, and that is a trap to be in. The Minotaur needs to find himself some space, but he doesn't. It's the pokers are getting success so far. The Sarissa move on, defeating the ancient Greek mythological creature. Here's a big favorite. The Chronomancer is up against the Tempest Liches. Here we go. They summon their storms, but it's not enough. And the Chronomancer literally cruises to victory. In 3 really, really swift attacks. Extremely swift attacks. We've now got a battle between 2 secret unit heavyweights. Artemis against Blackbeard. And this right here is going to be a fight. Here we go. Artemis, of course, very capable with those nature arrows, but Blackbeard can launch bombs, can swing those anchors around, and it's going to do so much that Artemis won't make it with even one attack. The Yarhar merchants move on to round 2. Blackbeard wins. Now here we go. They made it through the preliminaries quite easily, and they're back on the field. The ninjas are back, and they get an opponent which shouldn't cause them all too much trouble. The hay baler. The hay balers. Dudes in literal hay bales. But we've seen stranger things around here so far. Who wins this battle? The ninjas or the hay baler? They've got pretty strong defenses, the hay balers, though. The ninjas will need to find some space. Oh, they've been clobbered! They've been clobbered! The hay defenses of the hay balers have stunned the ninjas. Oh my goodness. The hay balers cause an upset. Even I didn't expect that. That's on me. That was dumb. That was dumb. I could have expected that. The fact that they have strong defenses against projectiles of all things. Okay, now for a little bit of relaxation. Do you want to relax? We have some fan bearers for you, chat. We have some fan bearers for you. And they're going to try to fan their ice archer opponents away. That is, if they can even make a step. Because these ice archers are potent at what they do. And that is evidenced here. And they're all dead. They are all so very dead. It was a mockery of a fight. The ice archers move on. All right, we stay with the ice. We've got the ice mage. Hypothermia. The hypothermia and the arrow in their system got to him. We've got the ice mages against bards. Now this should be just a formality, considering that bards just lead their opponents around. But 4 against 44. They're here to make some music. Oh! Many of them frozen in space. They're getting stuck. They're getting confused. All they can do is sing their songs while they are being frozen alive. It is a cruel fate. It is a very, very cruel fate. But it was quite satisfying to watch, I have to say. The Ice Mages go to round 2. Some of these units have had a really favorable draw. We'll see how well the Hay Balers do against the Ice Archers in the next round with their projectile protection. Alright. Speaking of projectiles, we now have the actual archers against Void Monarch. The devil himself. Dudes with arrows against a demon. Now, they will have to work together very well and not kill each other while fighting. Can they coordinate? Here we go. The Void Monarch does have a phase 2. Teleports over. Takes a couple of them down. The archers have to reload. There's a transformation. The Void Monarch in his final form. With that big old sword. The archers fire at will, but they can't do anything against the might of this guy. Causes explosions around him. He takes a couple of arrows to the groin and the chest. He's got a sword behind him. He's stunting. He's stunting. That leaves one archer. His arrow doesn't do enough. And the devil claims no prisoners. The Void Monarch moves on to round 2. Now, I've forgotten what the Celestial Aegis does. Or Aegis. But they've got some dudes on barrels to counter next. That should be a curious matchup. Considering the barrel rollers are literally suicidal. In the very sense of the word. They go in and they blow it all up. Alright, here we go. Bomb rollers, they've come through and the explosion comes in, but the system says blue wins. And the system is generally right, but all of the Celestial dudes died. So did the bomb guys die before them? Well, system doesn't lie. That may be our closest finish yet. So yeah, VAR. I don't have a VAR. Can run it again. See if it has the same outcome. It has the same outcome. Very same outcome. This one is dabbing on their grave. Dead. Can't see anything in here. Majority of them have just been eviscerated. Even the blast radius here. Well, double blue victory. So the Celestial Aegis moves along. We now have the Solar Architect. And to this day, I still don't know what the Solar Architect can do. But I do know what the Sensei can do. And that is launch a lot of ninja stars. Alright, Solar Architect. Oh my god! Huh? Well, whatever they have in those staffs is extra spicy. Solar Architect moves on. I'm saying San Marino against the US. No, obviously it is going to be San Marino against Jamaica. Obviously it's not. Or Samoa against Curaçao. Burundi versus France. I am all on Team Burundi if that's a final. No joke. All right, we've now got the where is that? Oh, yeah. We've now got a bit of an anti-religious uprising as the monks have to defend their territory and their authority in the Middle Ages against the peasants. The peasants want their money back, and they're here to fight. Here we go. Sudan against Gibraltar. Iraq versus Iran. Afghanistan against Singapore. The peasants are fighting, but the monks, they got that staff on them. They've all bunched up on this one monk, and that seems to have worked, but there's still 2 monks left. They've split up, and that's not gonna do it. There's 1 peasant left, holding the dead body of this monk, and oh my god. Go back to your peasant home. North Korea against Vanuatu. Right Taliban against the TP. Oh my god. USA versus itself. Literally. Alright, we next have the Noble Squire. The Noble Squire, you know, does his business. But can he beat a dude that yells at him? Can the Squires defeat some dudes that yell? Al-Qaeda versus the Taliban. Let me think about it. The Yakuza against Mokro Mafia. There you go. Alright, the Squires against the Shouters. Oh, it's one big yell. But 1 Squire is up here. Ooh, that Shouter's still alive. Off goes 1 Squire. They can only yell and then hope they can throw hands. This guy's coming with his sword around his back. It's a clash from the other Squire. Their swords are doing a lot of damage. Towers versus flight. Alright, that's the limit. We're not going that far. The Squires with their swords win against dudes that yell. Nice. Alright, the hoplites are back, chat. The hoplites are back. To face off against the righteous paladin. I don't know in what extent you guys are very righteous. But I know you launch hammers from the sky, so let me not question you further. Alright, here we go. The righteous paladin and the prelim winners, hoplites. Oh, big hammer attack. Now, some of the hoplites are still alive. They're gonna have to poke these paladins if they want to win. They've got 1. The 2 other paladins, they're having a little bit more trouble than they anticipated. And 1 paladin takes the fall. There's just 1 left, and he can't do enough. The hoplites move on. For real though, for me in FM22 game, USA won the 2026 World Cup. Oh my goodness. How was that possible? Y'all think they can do good with Poch? World Cup finally is going to 100% be San Marino versus Dix Curaçao. Curaçao lost to St. Lucia, one of the worst teams on the planet. I wouldn't put it that far up. I'm gonna be honest. That's the freaking St. Lucia. Now, granted, that was for Nations League, but... Okay. Skeleton Giant. Skeleton Giant is out here. He's out here to have a fight. And he's up against a king. We're gonna have a glorious 1v1 here. Skeleton Giant against the king. The king going for the legs. But the Skeleton Giant has the power of confusion. Once again going for the legs, but the Skeleton Giant just gives him a kick. And the king is out. not them playing against the literal worst team in the final. Listen, in my lovely fantasy world, I would sign up for that. The reality is, only one of them is undefeated in the current international window. Speaking of which, freaking, what was it? Gibraltar and Liechtenstein tied 2-2 in a ridiculous game. Why'd you go for the legs, man? He clearly has leg padding. He most certainly did. All right. We got catapults in this next one. And we got Valkyries. Now, Valkyries are very much glass cannon units. If they take one hit, they'll go down. Can they make it? Oh, serves me right for trying to call it. Well, there you go. The Valkyries win. They tanked a hit. They tanked a hit, and then they went for the kill. Well played, Valkyries. All right. Hwacha against Quick Draw. 2 static units. Funny. Funny way of communicating. Where's the Hwacha? There you are. Hwacha against Quick Draw. 2 dudes with quick scope guns against arrows in the sky. Which, granted, they can stay alive from, but it's difficult. Here comes the arrows. Ooh, the dodge! Oh my goodness, the dodge. The quick draws are in here. Once again with the dodge. But 2 are taken out. Quick draw moving quick though. Big dodge. He's only got one more Hwacha to take out. It's a standoff. Who's the fastest? The quick draw is the fastest. He's got quick in his name. And he takes down the Hwacha. It did get tight though. At the end, it did get tight. Alright, we're in match 54 of 64 in round 1. It's a long one, I told you. We have the Flintlock. Do we still get the headbutters? We still get the headbutters. Flintlock. A quick attack. For real. We have the Flintlock against the Present Elf. And now the thing about the Present Elf is they can summon any unit out of their present, therefore making them wholly unpredictable in battle. No, yeah, we'll do 3. Okay. Now the Flintlocks, once they've unloaded their gun once, that's it. Then they have to throw hands. What's it gonna be? Oh, they're fast enough. They were fast enough that the present elves could not release their presence. And the guys with 1 round in their gun, Captain Jack Sparrow style, have won. Now we've still got 1. Place the elves closer. I should have placed the elves closer, but it's done. It's done now. Okay. We have the Shogun now. The strongest samurai in the land. And his opponent is a bunch of dudes that can summon rocks from the floor. Bone Mage. Is it rigged? I'm not rigging this. I wouldn't want to rig this. The Shogun against the Bone Mages. Here we go. They summon their rocks, but the Shogun remains alive. 3 Bone Mages are removed. Oh, but the Bone Mages get the attack off on the Shogun. The second time around. And move on. Alright, y'all want a redo of the Flintlock against the present elf? We will do a redo. Fine. Right here. Here we go. Here we go. Same outcome. Same outcome. Look how many reds you place. Look at the cost. I'm doing the army sizes based on cost value. Otherwise it's over real quick. Where's my next unit? Ah, yes. Cannon. Cannons are now up against the sword casters. Here we go. We're gonna run that one again. To prevent rigging allegations. Closer. Yep. Closer. Okay, here we go. Actual cannons against the sword casters. Oh, he's launching. He's launching. He's fighting. He's taken one out, but he can't take a second one out. The cannons ultimately defeat the sword casters. Despite the brute strength of the sword caster, one cannon does the trick. It was not to be. It was not to be indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our defending champion takes the battlefield. The Dragons' opening round opponent are a bunch of berserkers. Can the Dragons make it through? Or is round one the end of their tournament hour already? And what would be a huge upset? Here comes the fire. It's getting hot out here. But one dragon is down. It's one dragon against one berserker. The fighters of the dragon are still alive. And they will take the victory home for the defending champion. The dragon moves on to the next round to face the cannons. That's going to be something. That is most definitely going to be something. All right. Banner bearers. Against the chieftains. Now this will be an interesting one because the banner bearers, all they need is one attack. They get that attack off. Suddenly, it's a match. Here we go. Can the chieftains dodge the banner attacks? They take the hit. But it looks like one attack will not be enough. As they now walk through them one after the other. Oh, there goes one chieftain though. Struck down by a banner. Two of the chieftains have brought a banner of honor with them, but they're close together. This might go to their disadvantage. As another chieftain takes the fall. And a third chieftain takes the fall. The banner bearers come back from the brink to move on and defeat the chieftains. That is embarrassing for the chieftains, but also, you could maybe see it coming a little bit. We now have the wheelbarrow dragons, and their opponents are a bunch of fencers. Pointy swordmen. Here we go. The fire is loose, and oh, they're all dead. They're all so very dead. It's a massacre. It is a absolute massacre. That was harrowing to watch. Alright, the fan favorites from the last tournament, the Headbutters, have a tough start. Because they must defeat the Pirate Queen. Pirate Queens. Or no, just one Pirate Queen because she already has a really high value. They will need to pull themselves together here to defeat this Pirate Queen. One Pirate Queen against 28 headbutting dudes. Here we go. She's got a lot of health, so the headbutters are going to have to pull together really here. But she's killed herself! She's killed herself! She's taken herself out! Or was she struck down by a secret headbutter? We will not know. But the headbutters have scored the upset. Always a surprise package, the headbutters. Always a surprise package. Alright. We're moving on to the painter. And the painter are going to have to paint a very big image of victory. Because their opponent is a samurai giant. And it's not to be understated. That is terrifying. Even for a bunch of Leonardo da Vinci's. However, in their 60s, can they score the upset? Samurai Giant is going out swinging. The bunch of backflips. Oh my god, he's running through all of them. Are there any painters left? There's one. And he's been wrecked. My goodness. What a one-sided match. Samurai Giant moves on. Afro Man, Aliosi, welcome. Alright, we're coming to the business and the final matchups of round 1. Zeus against the Ballooners. Men with balloons. And the Greek god of thunder. Here you go. Fires the lightning. It takes out a couple of ballooners. But can the ballooners grab hold of him? They can. And he goes up in the air. If he gets let go and crashes, this could be fatal for Zeus, but he's still alive. The next bunch grab Zeus and try to fly up into the stratosphere with him. Is this going to be fatal? Nope. He's still going. They grab him again. But they're working against each other here, the ballooners. Some ballooners are flying high up, while some are holding them down, but it works out. They can land enough punches to win the battle. How are you? I am doing swell. I'm enjoying this Tabs Unit Tournament 2024 action. This is a lot of fun to do. The ballooners get an upset. Alright, we've got a dangerous criminal. The exiled sentinels. They're a bunch of dangerous criminals. But nobody is more dangerous than Vlad, the Impaler. And Vlad is here to make a mess. Whether you're an exiled sentinel or not. Here we go. Alright. The sentinels are going straight for the attack. One Vlad can hold them all. Oh my goodness. There come the impaling sticks. But Vlad is holding off. Both Vlads are holding off quite well. Oh, and in a synchronized slap, they take out their opponents. Vlad moves on. Also, my 2026 World Cup final prediction is Portugal versus Mexico. Don't ask why. Would be nice for Mexico. I don't know where you get Portugal, but hey, if they can pull themselves together, then maybe it'll go well. Portugal just have a bit of the same thing that the Netherlands have. If they go up against a big team, that's where the end of their tournament is. Themselves being a decently good team. Alright, the last two matchups of round one. I am summoning the cavalry. The cavalry is here. And the cavalry has arrived. Their opponents are a number of balloon archers. Nice shirt you got. Thank you. Dress for the occasion. It is a big tournament after all. Here we go. The cavalry against the balloon archers. If they can get their balloons fired, then this is a tough one for the cavalry. However, the horses in their armor are quite heavy. And the balloon archers are starting to lose numbers. Unless they can take a cavalry member out now, this is the end of their fight. Despite great shooting, there's only two of them left. They haven't taken out one. Ooh, the cavalry runs over each other, but a spear through the neck is fatal. Spear through the neck is fatal. Next, let the last one in round one. Potion seller against the harvester. Interfaction battle. Potion sellers, lethal opponents in their own right. Can they wrap up round one by giving the harvesters a hell of a tough time? Oh, he's making him drunk. They're making him drunk. But the harvesters are still standing for the moment. Bit of a dodge of the magic potion. And here's the first attack. Ooh, there goes one potion seller. Flying through the sky. Another collision. The harvesters are still going. There goes another potion seller. They need to start taking him out now or their tournament is over. They're cornered and they realize it. Just look at their faces. Oh, there goes one. This guy brings in trick shots, but then gets chopped in the head, which sends the harvesters through. And that, chat, is the end of round one. It's been a long first round, but let's have a look at what has happened. Second round, our remaining fighters are the Tree Giant, Deadeye, Tank, Jarl, Heiserir, Sacred Elephant, Super Boxer, the Teacher, Bomb on Stick, Clams, Bomb Thrower, Reaper, Halberd, Lady Red Jade, Devout Gauntlet, Blunderbuss, Thor, Miner, Banshee, Skeleton Archer, Shield Bearer, Choco Nu, Lasso, Firework Archer, Knight, Pike, Farmer, Halfling, Harpooner, Chariot, Gatling Gun, Raptor Rider, Infernal Whip, Radiant Glaive, Clubber, Cupid, Vampire, Witch, Sarissa, Chronomancer, Blackbeard, Hay Baylor, Ice Archer, Ice Mage, Void Monarch, Celestial Aegis, Solar Architect, Monk, Squire, Hoplite, Skeleton Giant, Valkyrie, Quick Draw, Flintlock, Bone Mage, Cannon, Dragon, Banner Bearer, Wheelbarrow Dragon, Headbutter, Samurai Giant, Ballooner Vlad, and Cavalry Harvester. It's round 2 time. Half of the battles are already done. Would you look at that? Men in Roman armor versus horses. I have not seen the latest Jubilee video. What's it about? We get to round 2. Tree Giants against Deadeye. And we've spent a lot of time in the Viking sandbox. It is time to say goodbye to the Viking sandbox arena and move on to our second battle location. Farmer 1. Or third battle arena. Farmer 1. Round 2 gets a little trickier. The units are going to have to make use of the land and all its aspects if they want to win. So the Tree Giants are going to need to be resourceful here against dudes with gun. Can 25 liberal college students outsmart one conservative? Wow. Okay. I feel like that's one that could piss me off if I read the comments. But you know what? I might have a look at that off stream. Here we go. The Deadeyes launched their first volley of shots. And they've taken one Tree Giant down. The Tree Giant will have to start swinging now, but it's too late. The Deadeyes make it through to the third round. Well played, Deadeyes. Well played, Deadeyes. Now we've got the tanks against Jarls. And this, I think, is going to be really tough on the tanks, this battlefield. I think it favors the Jarls just a little bit more. 8 Jarls, 2 tanks. One tank gets launched. 2 Jarls are dead already, though. 1 tank is gone. And this tank is in trouble. The Jarl launches his arena. The tank is still so very stuck. Needs to get out of the water if he wants to make something out of this. Is still going, though. He can't fire. He's stuck in the water. The Jarls are enraged. They get the tank in their fighting arena. But the tank blows up the fighting arena before blowing up itself. The Jarls move to round 3. Everyone in the comments mostly wants about how the format was done, and sometimes jokes are just comments on people. Oh, okay. Relatively civilized. I was looking at Dutch YouTube comments today, and those are horrendous. Filled with abhorrent whataboutism and just like, cry harder. For now. You're right about that. Alright, Sacred Elephant. The Sacred Elephants, they have a hell of a task ahead of them. For their opponent is the elusive and very dangerous Super Boxer. 1 Super Boxer, 5 elephants. And he's dodging. But the first attacks land. The Super Boxer is in a little bit of trouble, but he's managed to floor at least 1 elephant. Can these Sacred Elephant Riders land their attacks in time before the Super Boxer does fatal damage? Oh my god, that elephant was sent to hell. And the Super Boxer claims the victory. Overcoming some early challenges here, the Super Boxer. Could this be his year? Next up, we've got the Teacher against dudes with bombs on sticks. Now, we know what happened earlier today when we had dudes with bombs on sticks. So let's see if that holds true even now. Away we go. Here come the teachers across the middle. The bomb men have moved forward, but some of the teachers are still alive. But not now. Oh, but all of them are dead. I love the second stream I streamed from you. This account is this game I first found. We have fulfilled the circle of life. The Circle of Life song. Get it? Here we go. We'll do another round because that one was awfully close by VAR standards. This one won't be close at all. Bomb on Stake moves on to round 3 to face off against the Super Boxer. Life imitates art. Clams against Bomb Thrower. Now you can toss some bombs, but can you toss it at dudes with clams? That is the question. Well, life imitates life. In this case. That's true. That is true. Where are my bomb throwers at? Okay. The bomb throwers against the clams. We got 4. Where's the 4th one? I don't see the 4th one. Okay. Alright, let's bring the clams a little bit closer. They need a challenge. Where are my clam people at? Here we come! The first volley of bombs is launched. First volley of clams is launched. And the clams are swept away by a bunch of bombs. The bomb throwers move on. The bomb throwers move on. Alright, the Reaper now. What do you think about the new Agent Vice? I think Vice is cool, but I guess slightly a bit complex to use because she's a controller, right? I do like her design and the Rose Blind. For a while I was considering making that my second main, but I haven't played Valo in a while because it pissed me off last time and I don't know if I'll ever touch the game again, but it's kind of yelling at me to come back right now. Low-key. Alright, Grim Reaper against the Halberds. Here we go. Oh! Big scythe attack. The Halberds are getting involved though. A couple of the Halberds down, one in the river. The Reaper has his work cut out for him here. But most of them are dead. Save this guy in the river and this guy on the other side. Oh my god, he's been eviscerated. Holy cow. And there's just one left. There's none left. What happened to this guy? Oh my god, he got ripped into the floor. Ult takes away your primary weapon and jams it. Yeah, like, so if you have a Vandal, it blocks it and makes you use your pistol. The Reaper moves on. Your first account that you had is back. When you got, like, permaband on. Right, Lady Red Jade is back for another round. And her opponent is a bunch of devout gauntlets. The holy boys. Here they go. Tornado attack. Very potent. The devout gauntlets are gonna have to fight back, and they do! And they crush her. 2024 August. Oh. Okay. It is pretty long, but not that long. The devout gauntlets move on to round 3. We got the blunderbusses against Thor, the god of thunder, the god of swag, the god. And blunderbuss. They create a lot of blunders, and they like to sit in a bus. Here we go. Thor launches the electricity and a bunch of blunderbusses go flying. Which is going to make all the difference here as Thor goes to hug a dude with a gun before whacking him away violently with the hammer. Summers another lightning strike and wallops a dude in a barrel. Your third Valo account is, however, banned till 2025. Have you ever considered, like, not aggressively responding to dudes? Just saying. Alright, next up we got the Banshee. And the Banshee's opponent is a miner. Anyways. Here we go. Miners against the Banshees. And the Banshees did pretty well last round to destabilize the Mace Spinners, and they're doing very well with the Miners again. Sent and defeated. Wow. Banshees. Banshees showing big potential here. I don't play that game as often anymore, and even if I do, I'm mostly quiet. Works for the best. Skeleton Archers are back after a good first round. And they go up against the Shield Bearers. We're going to make this a nice old scrappy. They must come closer. Here we go. The Skeleton Archers and the Shield Bearers as the Shield Bearers make their way forward across the bridge. And the Skeleton Archers are in trouble because their advantage of range is now taken away. It's getting real hot under the feet of the Shield Bearers though, as the burning after effects is what's taking this operation apart. They were so close. And they've got one man left. I don't know what his strategy here was, but it was not smart. They were so not smart. Skeleton Archers win. I do got Vice though. Let me 1v1 you. No. The 1v1 is a joke. I'm just bored because I'm tired and I should sleep. Then go sleep. Go sleep. Alright. Next we got the Lasso. Shield people ain't using their shields correctly. Definitely not. The Lasso against Dark Horse's Chokonu. SMH. Yeah, that's around enough. Alright, here we go. The Lasso's moving across, and ooh, two of the Lassos are down. There's just one left. He's got to fight. They're all backing up. He's taking another one out. They're reloading their barrels. He's taking a third one out. They got to fire. The horse is dead, but the Lasso man remains alive. He launches another one, but he misses. The Chokonu's got to watch their step, though. They got to watch their step. But thankfully, his partner does the job for him. And the Chokonus move on to round 3. That could have gone very wrong. Is OP with cheerleaders? No, yeah, I remember when I did testing with that. It was pretty broken. Alright, Firework Archer. Let there be fireworks. Because the Knights are in town. And they want a celebration. Here we go. Can the Firework Archers recreate the strategy that worked so well against the Ice Giant? So far, yes. But the Knights remain standing and are now within contact range. The Knights are still going. And the Firework Archers, they need to reload a new salvo. I thought one of them shot at each other's foot. It's too little. The knights survive the round of fireworks and move on to round 3. No dream run for the firework archers. Now here is the one I was looking for this one. This round. The pike. The pikemen. They caused a bit of a surprise so far. By just poking their way through. They got a bunch of farmers as their opponent though. This round. This will be a true test for the pikemen. What can they do? They have to funnel across the middle with a bridge. They're poking a couple. This pikeman is getting lost. But the farmers are within range now. And the pikemen are falling one after the other. There's only one pike guy left. And he's flowing down the river. Can he bait a couple farmers in with him though? He's got one. But he can't get a couple more. Bad pikeman formation. Yeah, I mean, they had to come across the bridge anyways. So, the farmers are through to round 3. The true workers of the land. Alright. The harpooners are back for more. Big test coming their way though, in the form of a bunch of midgets. Apparently midgets is offensive. Put them very near each other. That's literally on the bridge. We'll get the same result. Here we go. And the harpooners get the better of the halflings. They can only pick off one at a time. And the halflings have picked the target. Among Us Tabs Unit 1. Oh, hell no. But the harpooners seem unfazed by the little people at their feet. This guy going so far to even kick them away while his friends take care of it. Oh! God, he stepped on him and then been stabbed in the chest. Welcome back, Aliyozi. The harpooners move on to face the farmers in the round of 32. We've got a big one. Chariot versus Gatling gun. Now the Gatling guns made quick work of their last opponent after getting warmed up. So I don't expect much less. But can they get warmed up before the chariots get to them? That's a jouster, not a chariot. Oh, the chariots are big as well. The chariots are freaking big. Alright, freak it. This is gonna be a full fight. A lot of chariots. Couple Gatling guns. Here we go. Here we go. The chariots are fast, but they're getting stuck on the middle. Can they make it through? They have made it through. They have made it through. One of them has run off. 2 has run off. 3 has run off. 4 have run off. Oh, it's a disaster. They started off so promising, the chariots. That horse is being bullied. But there's only one Gatling gun left. It's come down to the wire after all. The man has abandoned his chariot to come fight the Gatling gun himself. But he couldn't do it. Which just leaves the horse. The horse is drowning. The Gatling gun comes to put it out of its misery. But he's lost control of his gun. He's lost control of his gun. Oh my goodness. Does he stay alive? The horse is stuck there. The Gatling gun is stuck there. And he's dead! I don't know how, but he's dead! I don't know what happened. Did he have a stroke? Either way, this horse didn't drown. And once again, the chariots get away with it. The chariots escape from another near elimination to get to round 3. That is... wow, that was something. Alright. Up next, we've got the Infernal Whip. The dudes with the whip is back. The ones that had a tough start in their last one against the Divine Arbiter, but made it through. And their opponents are a bunch of speedy boys. Dudes on raptors. Dudes on raptors. It does not get better than dudes on raptors. Here we go. The Raptor Riders against the Infernal Whips. The whips are under attack. One Raptor's made it through, but the whips are too powerful. The whips are way too powerful. There's only one Raptor Rider left, and he's been run through. They did take one whip guy with them, but definitely not enough. Infernal Whips may be a favorite here. They get the Chariots next, the Infernal Whips. Alright. Time for the Clubbers' attempt at defeating religion. They have Radiant Glaives as their opponent. Why are they whipping people using old technology? Oh, don't tell them. Don't tell them that that's outlawed modern day. Well, not particularly outlawed. There's still modern slavery, unfortunately. Right. The Clubbers against the Divine Arbiters. And, wow, the Divine Arbiters are making quick work here. Wow. That was a lot less close than I thought it was going to be. The Clubbers are sent packing by the... Wait, what was that? Did I choose the wrong unit? No, I chose the right unit. I was just saying the wrong name. Radiant Glaive moves on to round 3. Oh god, not again. Tell me about it. Cupid! The power of love. Here it is for round 2. The power of love against the power of, how do I say this? Sucking your blood. Is what we're up with next. Two Cupids against 5 vampires. Is the power of love going to be successful? Can they force the vampires to love each other? It seems to be working just a little bit. This one Cupid is left. They're kissing each other. It's one Cupid against one vampire. The one vampire just barely gets through. Thought we patched that. No, that is an incredible statement. Vampires make it through despite being forced to love each other. It was a close one for the vampires. It was a close one. One of our favorites, the witches, are up on the field next as they fight dudes with sticks. Long poles. The Sarissas. Here we go. Long pole men against the witches. They're filing in slowly but surely. Ooh, goodness me. Ooh, goodness me. Oh, the witches are making mincemeat out of them. There's just one left. No, there's a couple of them left. There's one left. He's stuck here. Ooh, that one. That one did it. That one definitely did it. Vampires are sixing each other. Man, that's... The witches move on. Once again, looking very, very, very impressive. Now for Blackbeard. Blackbeard is back to make an impact. A big impact. And it's a tough opponent today. It's a very tough opponent today. In the shape of 4 Chronomancers. Can I get that even closer? Here, that's closer. Here we go. Blackbeard against Chronomancer. Blackbeard launches the cannons. But it doesn't do enough. The Chronomancers. One has ascended. Second one has ascended. A couple of the Blackbeards have fallen. This is a hell of a battle. I can't tell what's going on. Three of the Chronomancers are down. The Blackbeards have the advantage. And they win. The Blackbeards win. With their, I think, their last man. Their last man standings. Unlocked so many jokes. Gained the June debuff. Oh, yes indeed. The Pride Month debuff. Fancy effects for sure. Blackbeard moves on. Blackbeard moves on to face the witches. That is going to be a hell of a fight. Right, the Hay Balers, who took out the ninjas in the last round. They have the Ice Archers as their opponents. Will the Hay Balers succumb to hypothermia? Or will they pull a victory out of their magical little hay bales? Here they go. Here comes the first load of hypothermia. But it seems the projectile defense is working relatively well. They do got to start being a bit more efficient though. Because hypothermia sets in quite quickly. But they are doing the work with their little sticks. And they move through. The Hay Balers showing once again projectiles can do them no hurt. Their opponents will either be the Ice Mage or the Void Monarch in the next round though. So that'll be a true test. A very, very true test. I think that's as close as I'm going to get it. Here we go. Ice Mages and Void Monarchs. Here comes the teleport. They've been frozen solid. They've been frozen solid a couple of times, but stand no chance otherwise. You can't freeze a demon. You definitely can't freeze a demon. The Void Monarch moves on to the next round. Celestial Aegis. These boys. Again. And their opponents, the Solar Architect, who showed impressive firepower in their first round victory. Can they do it again? Launching a powerful spell, but the projectiles causing power, but the solar energy after effect doing a lot. And the Solar Architects move on. And for a little bit of a scare, but I forgot they had that second effect. The Solar Architect moves on. And they get an easier opponent in the next round. Either the Monks or the Squires. Great opportunity for either faction. To show what they have in store in a later tournament stage. Here we go. Squires against the Monks. Big punching attack. But the Monks are standing firm. The Squires with their swords are trying their best, but they just can't do enough damage for the moment. One Monk is beaten. Only one Squire is down. Well, there goes the second one. A second Monk is down. A third Monk is down. It's just one Monk left. Can he hold it off? He's got less to deal with now, but not at the end. As the Squire's sword forces the monk's pole back at his face. And takes him out. Monkey monk? Perhaps, whatever floats your boat. Along goes the Squire. Do we have any prelim units in the third round? We do. We have the Radiant Glaive. And for the rest, none of the other prelim units have made it through. There was Monkey Monks in the game? Was there? Oh, the Monkey King. It was the Monkey King. It was different. Alright, Hoplites. Against the Skeleton Giant. What's a beef with the Belgians looking like? I don't live near them, so... can't beef with them anymore. All I can do is yell back at them. Here we go. The Hoplites against the Skeleton Giant. The giant with a potent kicking power. And great swordsmanship. Oh, he's got them confused. That's exactly what he wants. In both halves, you have a history with him. That's true. I guess I'll always be beefing with him. Anyways, the Hoplites are still standing. Skeleton Giant needs to start dealing out more fatal blows. Oh, he's forced a couple into the river. Skeleton Giant is on the floor, though. They're forcing him towards the water. This could be trouble for the Skeleton Giant. If he doesn't pick himself up here. Thankfully, his magic powers are forcing the Hoplite men into the river. He's stuck. I repeat, he's stuck. The Hoplites can make use of this. But they also seem very confused as to what they do here. Only colonization here, folks. Skeleton Giant is back. Uh-oh. My apologies. I've ended the battle on accident. We go again. We go again. Because unfortunately, I ended the battle on accident. And I need sleep. Probably going to say something offensive at this rate. Well, then you know what to do. It's the same strategy on both ends. The Hoplites are just trying to poke this guy where they can. And the Skeleton Giant going hit for hit. He's not out of the woods yet, though. He's once again in the water. With one Hoplite holding on. Oh, he's dragged the other Hoplite with him. And they're all in the water now. Catch some Z's. This is tough. Skeleton Archer is stuck, but so is this Hoplite. If he goes down that river, or down that watermill, it's over for the Hoplites. Can his shield hold him up? The answer is no. As he comes out the back end of the watermill. That's the end for the Hoplites. He's bridge camping. Put up a valiant stand, the Hoplites. But the Skeleton Giant did enough tactically for the win. It's quick draw time. And their opponents are the Valkyries. Flight versus gun. Here we go. The Valkyries have the advantage that they can immediately fly over the bridge. The quick draws need to start firing. They fire, but they don't fire fast enough. Carthage. The quick draws win. The quick draws win. No, wait, the Valkyries won. The Valkyries won. on that one. Fast movement by the Valkyries. Maybe they've learned from their mistakes. Can they take down the skeleton giant in the next round? You wonder. The Flintlock. Now we'll fight the Bone Mage. The Bone Mage had a stellar surprise in the last round, defeating the Shogun, and the Flintlock defeated the present elves. Five months and we might be seeing a third Punic War. I get that reference. Alright, the first series of guns being fired, and the Bone Mages do not have time to breathe. It is so over for them. The Flintlocks move on. And their next opponent might be the defending champs. Because it's the cannons against the dragons. The dragons have a tough path this year. Can they make it back to back? They'll need all of their firepower, pun intended, to get through here. And they've lost their firepower, so the units will have to fight for themselves. The carriers will have to fight for themselves. But they've taken down 2 cannons. It's 3 guys fighting a cannon, and they've won it. The dragons, despite a very early near defeat setback, make it through to face the Flintlocks in the 3rd round. We've got 4 more matches in round 2. Little Chinese men always wins. We've got the Banner Bearer now against the Wheelbarrow Dragons. The other fiery dudes. Now, the Banner Bearer's strength is that they can stay in one place and cause irreparable damages to their opponents if they come too close. Thought they were Chinese women. I mean, they can be men, they can be women, they can be anything. When one of the wheelbarrows gets stuck, it's an incineration station. The wheelbarrow dragon is gone. It's just a dude throwing hands. Oh, he can throw hands all right. Oh, not that time, though. And they stay in position. Here comes the next wheelbarrow dragon. He's put himself in a very vulnerable position. He has to throw hands now. He has to beat a couple dozen if he wants to make it through. He takes a couple banners to the face, but he's still going. The power of the Afro and the wheelbarrow dragon guiding him along. He's only got 2 more to beat. But he takes a couple banners to the head. And the miraculous comeback is not meant to be. The Banner Bearers make it through. That reminded me of that one suit guy who was like, no, okay. All that matters is that they're little. True. Right, we've now got last year's 4th placed finishers, the Headbutters. They shocked friend and foe. By finishing 4th, making it to the semifinals, losing to the Dragon, and then losing, if my thinking unselected, losing to the Monkey King in the 3rd place finish, which is funny because the Monkey King this year was out in round 1. Can the Headbutters defeat a Samurai Giant, is the question. They are Headbutters. You never know. They use their head. Therefore, they're very calculated. What king are you if you can't be a smart monkey and win? For real. Here they go. 34 Headbutters and 1 Samurai Giant. Off they go right at his groin, and ooh, he's slammed them into the river. The headbutt attack on the groin isn't successful, and oh my goodness, he's completely demolished them. The Samurai Giant shows them who's boss. and moves on to round 3 to face off against the banner bearers. Now then, the Ballooners, who took down Zeus in round 1, they have to beat Vlad. Can the Ballooners do it, chat? It's a task. It's a hell of a task. But one they'll need to accept. All they need to do is grab onto them. There you go. First contact. Oh, there's a lot of impalement going on. Oh my goodness. A lot of the Ballooners are still going. Some of them are just dead floating in the air. The Vlads are seemingly more annoyed than perturbed at the moment. There's a lot of dead Ballooners on the ground and in the air. But there's still a lot of Ballooners that can do damage. One Vlad is rocketed to the ground but is still alive. Another Ballooner is... Oh, no! A Vlad is taken down. But I don't know what else happened. It was a really confusing battle, but the Vlads move on. The Vlads move on. I think they're equally as confused as their opposition as to what has happened. The Vlads move on to the 3rd round. Their opponents are either the Cavalry or the Harvesters. Vlad got ops. Vlad is the op. What are you talking about? Vlad is the op. Alright, the Harvesters. They've got some horsey work cut out for them here. Can they make it count? Here comes the Cavalry across the bridge. The Harvesters, they need to start swinging. And they've got one horse on the ground. And they've killed a knight. Can they subdue the other Cavalry member? Yes, they can. And the Harvesters are through to round 3. After a very confident and convincing performance. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binaries, is the end of round 2. As we head to round 3, these are your matchups for the 3rd round, the round of 32. Deadeye and Jarl, Super Boxer and Bomb on Stick, Bomb Thrower and Reaper, Devout Gauntlet and Thor, Banshee Skeleton Archer, Choco Nu against Knight, Farmer and Harpooner, Chariot Infernal Whip, Radiant Glaive Vampire, Witch Blackbeard, Hay Baler Void Monarch, Solar Architect Squire, Skeleton Giant, Valkyrie, Flintlock Dragon, Dragon these nuts for the win, haha, Banner Bearer Samurai Giant, and Vlad against Harvester. The top 2 of last year's tournament are still here and still showing why they made it that far last year. But the likes of the Super Boxer, the Void Monarch, they're still in this. And after a complicated match on Farmer 1, we move to an even more complicated match. Or do we? Or do we? We've got so many good options. We have so many good options. We're going to Medieval 1. An even more complicated map. For these guys to fight on. Alright, so first, we got the Deadeyes. They've got, well, no pun intended, a very dead eye. Jarls, they know how to fight. They know how to put up a good fight. The Deadeyes, they're equally resourceful though. On this short platform, they're going to have to be against these Jarls. Here we go. The Jarls who defeated the tanks. Already in rage mode. Two of them are dead. Now would be a good time for an arena, Mr. Bearman. Oh, there you go. There you go. The last Jarl standing. Not going down without a fight. And that's why they've got bullets. Straight through the liver and the ribcage. Love to catch Treen again sometime. Bye, Zarir. Right. The Deadeyes move to the round of 16. Great performance. Super Boxer is ready to roll one more time. looking to improve on last year's performance. But can he defeat the men with bombs? All the bombs. So many bombs. He might not believe what hit him. Here we go. Here we go. The bombs are being launched, but the super boxer is fast. He's too fast for himself, though, and he flies over the edge. The bomb on stick clan causes upset of the tournament. Upset of the tournament, and they didn't have to do much for it. The super boxer's own hubris has gotten to him, and with a furious punch, he sent himself flying. And I believe for the second year in a row, the third round is his Valhalla. Let me check again. Did he make round 3 last year? He didn't even make round 3 last year. Oh no, he did. He did make round 3. He lost to the Pirate Queen. He lost to the Pirate Queen in round 3. For the second year running, round 3 is the super boxer's watery grave. It's Waterloo. Alright? That blows that top half wide open. You got Deadeye against Bomb on Stick. You got the Bomb Throw. You got the Reaper, who's a big favorite for a quarterfinal spot here. Or a semifinal spot here. Devout Gauntlet, Thor. Alright, Bomb Throwers. You saw the Osimhen hit him? As if I didn't. Gala is going to have a fun half a year with him because we know for a fact he doesn't want to stay there for longer than half a year. Unless he really ends up enjoying it there. Grim Reaper. And dude's tossing some bombs. Here we go. They need to toss the bombs though. Oh, they forget that the bombs are low range. And there's just one bomb thrower left. Oh, he gets tendrilled. He gets tendrilled. Shows you who the actual big leagues are. You guys get a friggin' 2-week delay on your transfer window closing. But fair. That is a pretty big signing. Him and Icardi? If they play a 2-striker system and it works, it'll be funny to watch. Alright, Thor, the God of Thunder, is back. And he's got some opposition in the form of Devout Gauntlets. Religious boys. Here we go. There comes the Thunder Strike. And again, big hammer blow. Big victory. Quick victory for Thor. As he moves to the round of 16 for a mouth-watering round 4 clash with the Reaper. Right. Banshee against Skeleton Archer. The Banshees have been very, very dominant. However, Skeleton Archers have shown strength in numbers is nothing to be slept on. Can they do it again? Here they go. The Banshees are doing their work. Oh my goodness. But the Skeleton Archers get it! With their fiery arrows! There's just enough Steve, Jeeve, Beeve, Leave, William, and Deeve. What a moment for the Skeleton Archers as they defeat the Banshees, who are ones to watch. Very much ones to watch. Which leaves a moment maybe for the Choco News to have a big tournament. They have the knights to fight. Tough opponent. Okay, here we go. 5 knights. A bunch of Choco News with a bunch of arrows. A lot of the arrows land, but it's not enough. One knight is stuck and he falls over the edge. A bunch of the Choco News are taking damage. Some of them have taken refuge behind this hill, but it's going to be fatal to them as they fall off and drown. The Choco News are in danger. And the knights make it through to face the skeleton archers. That's a big test passed for the knights, who have now beaten 3 projectile throwing opponents in a row and will get a 4th projectile opponent in the skeleton archer in the round of 16. Farmers and harpooners. The pirate men with heavy harpoons. Or the farmers. The lower working class. Who are we gonna get? Here's the first attack of harpoons. Here come the farmers. Poking and twisting. They've got 1 harpooner. If they can get a second, they're in business. But the harpoon is launched. And they're just too good. The harpooners are just too good. They move on to the 4th round. And they await either the chariots or the infernal whips as we slowly approach the business end of this tournament. Very slowly, though. We're getting there. Chariots, they've got a lot of infernal whips to fight for their cost. And you know that they're dangerous. Very, very dangerous. How many more whips am I gonna have to put down to get it relatively even? There you go, perfectly even. Here we go. Chariots against the whips. And if the chariots can run them over, this could be a close battle, but the first 2 chariots are dead. And this horse is running away. And the infernal whips make it through. Maybe they're the favorites now. It's going to be 2 ranged weaponries up against each other in that next round. Harpooner and infernal whip. As we're going to the bottom half of the bracket. Radiant Glaive against Vampire. Vampirio. The vampires overcame the power of love. Can they overcome the Radiant Glaives? They'll need to pool all of their blood-sucking powers out for this one. It's a big attack, and the Radiant Glaives don't know what to do with it, and the vampires overrun them. Overrun them. This announcer is very impressed how things are going. Very, very impressed. Looking good out here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a hell of a contest so far. It's a hell of a tournament. We've seen stellar battles, stellar opposition. Is it gonna keep going in this way? We do hope so. The vampires have a potentially really, really tough opponent next, though. The witches, the runners-up against Blackbeard. The units that seem like they don't fear anything right now. The witches, they have their own tricks. A witch loss here would be a big upset. Of tournament proportions, I'd say. What's it going to be? Oh, the game lag is immense. Some of the witches are in the river. Some of them are dead on the floor. A couple Blackbeards are dead on the floor. There's just one Blackbeard left. He's confused. He's lost. The witches have been tested. But not beaten. The witches move on to round 4 in a brilliant showcase of fighting. Just held on at the end. Alright. The Hay Balers. They've surprised friend and foe so far. They got a big foe now. The Void Monarch is back. The demon itself. Can they poke it with a stick? Hard enough until it dies. Here they go. Void Monarch starting off quickly, and oh, this is gonna be more than the Hay Balers can handle. And the Void Monarch flies through very quickly. As this corner with the Vampire, Witch, and the Void Monarch all in the same corner. Me cat sit on me keyboard. Aww. Give it a little type. Alright. Solar Architect in the square. And he sends it to deep. That's funny. That's funny. The cat understands. Solar Architects. Up against the everyday nightmen, the squires, the apprentices. Can their solar powers be of use? Oh, they most certainly can. The squires can't even get close. And they get dragged in for a little beating, but some of the squires stand up. They're not going down so easily. There's only one squire left, though. And he's gone over the edge. Has he pulled a strategy here, this squire? He's on the floor. No, this guy's dead. Oh! There he is. The last squire. Defeated. Did someone say autistic? I didn't, but... Welcome, Abba. Welcome. Wow, this corner is insane. Vampire, Witch, Void Monarch, and Solar Architect. This is a corner. How are your day? My day is great. We're having great entertainment here with this tournament. Alright, the Skeleton Giant. The one who lunks around clumsily against the Valkyries. Where are the Valkyries? I've forgotten where the Valkyries are. They're there. Okay. We'll have a couple more skeleton giants. He's got some friends now. He's got some friends now. Okay. Okay, we're relatively even. Here we go. What the F? Viking menu? Yeah! I know you love it. Alright, the skeleton giants have a little bit of trouble, but the confusing spell goes off, and the one Valkyrie is sent flying over the edge. The Valkyries are fighting though, but the skeleton giants are way too strong. Oh, one of them gets torn apart. They've picked their target here, the Valkyries. But it's still a fight. There's one skeleton giant left and one Valkyrie. Valkyrie is confused though. Is she gonna pull through? Or does the skeleton giant land the fatal hit? The Valkyrie gets a confusion attack, but gets her wings clipped at the death. The last skeleton giant wins the battle for the skeleton giants. No! What the F is Hag's message? Do you have Roblox? No, I know. I do not. The skeleton giants on just survival skills are through. Now we got the little boys with the guns, the flintlocks. And they have a quest. Their quest? Slay some dragons. That's what they're here for. Can they upset the defending champions? Can the flintlocks do it? with their guns in their hand, ready to fire. Here we go. Oh, it's a fiery raid from the dragons as a couple of the flintlock dudes are down. But the dragon holders are out to fight now. Some of them are down. It's just a fist fight now. And the last flintlock man is carried away. It's really been the dragon bearers who have been the MVPs for the dragon unit this tournament. But that fiery attack at the start did all the difference. The dragons will fight the skeleton giants in the round of 16. If you're in a Roblox account, we can play Doors, a great game. See, the thing is, all the kids I teach play Roblox, and they're like... It kind of makes me think, ugh, do I want that? Doors is something different. What is Doors? Alright. Samurai Giant. A horror game. Oh. Got it. The Samurai Giant is here for his round 3 match. And he's got a bunch of dudes with signs to defeat. This time it'll be the Samurai Giant who has to do the attacking. And the banner bearers, well, they're not going anywhere. Roblox is banned in Turkey says a lot. About Roblox or Turkey? Alright, here we go. The banner bearers. Can they defeat the Samurai Giant? He's creative. He's creative. They won't budge. Standing still this time won't do the trick, I'm afraid, for the banner bearers. One collision after the other. They gotta swing. They're just swinging at an ankle. Oh my god, that banner was sent flying. Oh, the Samurai Giant nearly trips up on his own sword, but recovers to send that guy to the abyss. There's just 2 banner bearers left. Oh, there's one here. There's one here. And the Samurai Giant is quite a big unit. Has he given himself just too difficult of a fight here? Stuck behind a tree. Does a collision. But the beautiful attack to win the fight. It's a really great way to keep children from playing trashy games. It's a great way to keep them away from brain rot. That's it. They'll find the brain rot otherwise. As much as I would have loved the banner bearers in the next round, it's the Samurai Giant. Understandably making it through. Final clash of round 3. Vlad, the Impaler. Had a confusing battle against the Ballooners in round 2. But now has a bunch of Harvesters to deal with. And these Harvesters, well, they're a bunch of strong boys. They are most certainly a bunch of strong boys. Here we go. I'll ban Valorant when I become president, trust me. Even though there's Istanbul servers. The Harvesters, they take the impalement, but they survive it. But now they're starting to feel the effects. And it's too tough on the Harvesters. And the Vlads win it comfortably. Yet becoming president with that post-keeping guy. Vlad moves on to the next round, and I bet the Super Boxer is kicking himself right now. So it is. Our final 16 are here. Doors good. Alright, I'll check it. I'll check out a video. We got the Deadeye against Bomb on Stick and the Reaper against Thor in a very open quarter. Then we've got Skeleton, Archer, and Knight and a Harpooner against the Infernal Whip. A decently open quarter. Vampire against Witch and the Void Monarch against the Solar Architect. This quarter has a potential finalist or winner in my humble opinion and prediction. Then in our last bracket, we got the Skeleton Giant against the Dragon and the Samurai Giant against Vlad. It's time for business. Round of 16. After this, we get the quarterfinals. And that Ladies and gentlemen, that will be best of 3 from there on out. So, here we go. Deadeye. We are moving map again. Round of 16 is going to require some smart thinking, let's just say. What do I do? What am I feeling? We're going to do Ancient 1. Wild West? Alright, chat votes Wild West for the round of 16. I was going to do Ancient 1 because that one's complex, but chat votes Wild West for the round of 16. And it is indeed that point in the tournament where it starts to feel like the Wild West. However, for the Deadeye, this is home ground. They know how to handle this territory. But do they know how to handle those who carry a bomb on their stick? Wait a second. Oh, yeah. Yeah, bomb on stick made it. It was the barrel rollers that went out via like VAR explosion. Okay. Here we go. Bomb on stick against the Deadeye for a place in the quarterfinal. Good aim. But here come the bombs! And the bombs do the trick. Bomb on stick are your first quarterfinalists. Why they get more? Because they cost less as a unit. That was too many versus too few. The aim is to get the cost even. The aim is to get the cost even so that it accurately reflects the skill level. Is the cost just like to show strength? Yeah, the higher the cost of a unit, the stronger they are. Now we have a real Wild Wild West battle. The Reaper against Thor. A big 1v1. Here we go. Thor launches the lightning. The Reaper is unperturbed for the moment. The battle swings on. And Thor, with a big swing, defeats the Reaper. The Reaper, who potentially was hoping to go deep here, has been defeated by Thor, the God of Thunder. It was our second quarterfinalist, but you don't have a limit in money. And Thor costs less. There you go. Skeleton Archer against the Knights. Now the Knights, they've only had opponents with projectile firing so far. They know how to take the guys like this down. But the Skeleton Archers, with their extra fire arrow effect, can they do it? Here we go. There they go. Here come the Knights. They're swinging. They're fighting. No projectile firing opponent can take them down. They're too strong. The Knights move on to the quarterfinals. And in solace for them, they will not have a projectile firing opponent in the quarterfinals. But instead, they'll have something potentially even tougher. Harpooners. Here they are. Against guys with whips. The Infernal Whips. Need to find a relatively even number. There you go. Hi, Poi. Have you seen the Minecraft movie trailer? I stopped halfway because it looked awful. I'm sorry if you actually like the way it looks, but to me it looked horrendous. Here we go. The Harpooners. Firing early. That's what you need to do to get the Infernal Whips uncomfortable. And they are very uncomfortable. They're dying right now. And they're all dead. The Harpooners win. Power of the Harpoon. Dark horses, really, the Harpooners moving through without too much trouble so far. They will be the Knights' opponents in the quarterfinals. Oh-ho. Now we get to the real scary part of the bracket. We get the vampires against the witches. And the vampires, they know how to fight very well by sucking blood. But can they upend the witches? Potentially the toughest opponent to date. They need a fight, and they need to fight hard. The witch clones are having a little bit of trouble, and dare I say the witches have a challenge here. Oh no, the vampires are struggling, but 2 of the witches are down. It's just 1 witch left against 2 vampires. Can the vampires pull off the humongous upset? They cannot. The witches hold on, staring at the jaws of defeat to make a 2nd consecutive quarterfinal. That was a real test for the witches. The vampires gave their everything. That was tough. That was a tough match. Harry Potter. Harry Potter continues on. All right, the Void Monarchs. They're back. Well, he's back. He's brought a friend. Up against the Daring Solar Architects. This is the matchup of this round of 16. Here we go. The teleport comes in. The Solar Architects release their range attack. The battlefield is blinding. You can't really see what's happening. The Void Monarchs are still alive. The Solar Architects are struggling. The Void Monarchs release their final form. And the Solar Architects really need to lock in now if they want to make it through. But the Void Monarchs are too good. They're too good. They made the Solar Architects look silly. They made them look very silly. But they're quarterfinalists where they will face the Witch in a blockbuster quarterfinal. Now, Skeleton Giant against a Dragon. Our defending champion against some very big dudes. Can we get you to a perfect number? We can. Okay. 17 Skeleton Giants. Or 10. And 17 dragons. This is a fight that you don't want to miss, chat. This is a fight right here that you really don't want to miss. Here we go. The dragons with their incinerating attacks. But the skeleton giants, they're strong. But the first wave of skeleton giants has been incinerated. Some of the dragons are still standing, firing, shooting fire in the wrong directions. It's a very hot battlefield. The skeleton giants are making moves in, but they've lost a lot of members, the skeleton giants. There's only 3 of them left. One of the dragons has been blown back to the corner. There's only 2 skeleton giants left. No, there's 3 left. The dragons, including their carriers, most of them are still going. It's getting hot around here. And the skeleton giants do not make it to the next round. Finals in Wembley, right? Well, that depends. Finals on Legacy. It should be. I'll see if we even get to it. We're moving much faster than I anticipated that we would. The dragons move on. In our last round of 16 match, we have the Samurai Giant against Vlad. This will be a stern test for the Samurai Giant against units that can impale them. Here we go. Oh, 1 Vlad is gone though. 2 Vlads are gone. Oh my god. The Vlads have been washed away? Beaten to a pulp? Wow. That was a hell of a performance from the Samurai Giants. And let's have a look now at your quarter-final bracket. Bomb on Stick. Surprise packages of this tournament will face Thor for a place in the semifinals. The Knights will take on the Harpooners in their first non-projectile, technically, opponents. The Witches against the Void Monarchs in a matchup which could, I think, determine a finalist and maybe the winner here. And then the Dragon against the Samurai Giant. Oh boy. Here we go, folks. Here we go, folks. It's quarterfinal season. It's quarterfinal season. And we are going to Dynasty. We are going to Dynasty. It's the quarterfinals. And now it's time for the units to determine who's going to leave behind an everlasting dynasty. Thor will be determined to make that impact. He may be facing dudes with bombs on their sticks, but this is an ideal chance. First match, they will meet each other face to face in the middle. And there's a hole there, so here we go. Thor loses a couple, but then falls into the hole and loses match 1. The bombs on stick claim match 1. Wrong screen. Oh, shoot. My bad, chat. My bad. Gotta go. Bye, Abba. Anyways, Thor fell in the hole. You'll have to take my word on it. Thor fell in a hole trying to attack the bomb on sticks. So it's 1-0 to bomb on stick. Do we just take your word or rematch? Alright, we'll do rematch. We'll do rematch because you guys didn't see it. You do make a point. Right, Thor, you've been bailed out because of my incompetence. You better not fool yourself again. Here we go. Will you do it again? He seems to have learned this time. And he wins. You know what? We'll have to do a best of 3 for this round 1. Because I don't think that's fair on the bomb on stick, guys. That they have to suffer because of my incompetence. Alright, here we go. Third match of round 1 of this best of 3. And Thor has been captured. And he falls in, but he is the last one standing. Thor takes set 1. Thor takes set 1. Now then, we line them up. Thor can reach the semifinals with a win here. Here we go. 1 bomb in the void. Oh, Thor falls in the void! And the bombs on sticks will live to fight another round. Our final determinant of character will be from distance. From a far distance. Can the battlers advance their strategy to show their tactical thinking to win a battle? Here they go. It's a long walk. The bomb on stick guys are choosing to 1-1-1-1 is the best formation. The bomb on stick guys are choosing for a tactical split up while Thor is going down the middle. He's gone for a lightning attack, which completely fries the middle cohort of bomb boys. And now he's going on to tackle the guys on the left. Thor is locked in. It's just one more bomb guy who backflips, tries a kamikaze, but it doesn't work. Thor is your first semi-finalist. He's had to work for it, but he's made it. Alright, now the Knights against the Harpooners. This will be a fun one. 1-1-1 is the best formation for sure. The Knights have been very, very impressive up to this point. The Harpooners have quietly been impressing through the draw as well. Can they win here? They pull the Knights across the edge, so it won't be a battle of the rift. The Knights are swinging. One Knight is dead. Two Knights are dead. A couple of Harpooners have fallen over. But the Harpooners, they're so tactical. They're so smart with each other. They know exactly what to do to unsettle their opponent. And it's 1-0 to the Harpooners. Now, they'll have to do it in a straight line as well. Here they go. Hey, Jandy, what's up? The 1-1-1-1-1 formation. The Harpooners pick up a bunch of dudes. And it's the brawl again. And this is exactly what the Harpooners have wanted. One Knight takes the jump. This may be the end for the Knights. And it is. Eventually, it was an opponent without projectiles that got the best of the Knights. The Harpooners, without a defeat yet this tournament, sweep into the semifinals to face Thor. Now we've got a quarterfinal, which is a little bit of a final, in the Witches against the Void Monarchs. Our top two still in the tournament. You're walking towards the station. It's one of those days. I see. All right, here we go. The Witches go for that cloning strategy. The Void Monarchs doing a teleportation. They've been damaged enough to go into their second mode. Does that unsettle the Witches? The answer is yes. The Void Monarchs dominate this opening stanza. And last year's runners-up are in trouble. Alright, the 1-1-1-1 formation. Here we go. The two Void Monarchs. As the Witches try to go for the attack, but the hole in the middle is dangerous. But it's dangerous for the Void Monarchs too as they fall in. And we get a game 3. Ooh. Well played from the Witches to lure their opponents into the gap. We're playing 1910s footy here with this formation. Yeah, everyone runs at each other. Total football. Here we go. The decider. The Witches split up. This might favor them. Struggle to stay on their brooms, though. It's a bit clumsy at the far end. Alright, the center Witches come up with the first tactic, but they take it into the hole. One of the Void Monarchs has been caught. Can they do it again, the Witches? Can they lure the second Void Monarch into the Void as well? Because in terms of raw power, they can't handle him. He's teleported away. There's just one Witch left, but he's in the Void! But he's killed the Witch! Falling into the Void! On the cusp of defeat. Totaal voetbal zo pas de jaren 70. Ja, oké. Kan ook niet typen. The Void Monarchs defeat the Witches in an absolute classic of a quarterfinal to become semi-finalists. Now for the Dragon against the Samurai Giant. Samurai Giant have shown that they are a level above the Skeleton Giant. But can they do it against the Dragons? With a little bit more variety, it could be possible. We've seen last year's runner-up get eliminated. Will we see the winners, the duim zijn te dik, see that same fate? The Samurai Giants. It's quite a heated battle. One Samurai Giant is down. It's got too hot under his feet. And he's beaten. The Dragons claim game 1. On a map they know exactly what to do on. It was on this map last year that they showed their true skills. It's a bit difficult for them to do a straight line. Okay, they'll have to be right next to each other though. Ik volg je nu op Insta. Ik heb het gezien. Ik zal je naar binnen laten. The Samurai Giants now have to come up with a alternative strategy. But do it from a straight line to save their semi-final position. Here we go. The dragon releasing the flames. Ooh! Dragon's been pummeled though. One Samurai Giant has been sent into the void though. The second one has taken 2 dragons out at once, but has been sent into the void. And the dragons make back-to-back semifinals without defeat so far. This is it, fellas. I think we have time to finish everything. We have time to finish everything. Incredibly. I put part 1. But we have time to finish everything. Probably gonna miss the 14 September stream. Oh, shoot. Press pause. How come? You got something to do? It's either on the 14th or the 15th. I can't confirm which day yet. Okay, it's the opening day of Thai League 3. You know what? I accept that. I can accept that. Alright, semifinals. Thor against the Harpooner and the Void Monarch against the Dragon. This is it, fellas. This is what they've been training for. This is what they've been getting ready for. Our semifinals will take us to maybe our most treacherous battlefield yet. Okay, wait, chat. Pirate or Ancient One? Ancient One has you fighting in the streets. Pirate has you fighting on the beaches. But Ancient One is more complex. Come on, Chiang Mai FC. Let's freaking go. Pirate. Okay. Semi-final on the beach it is. Where we will see Thor take on Harpooners. The God of Thunder is going to need a thunderous performance here against the dark horses of the tournament. We're out here in numbers because there's 3 Gods of Thunder. Oh, the electricity is coming. The Harpooners on their home ground will look to make an upset, but they can't land a connection to the Thors just yet. And the Thors dominate match 1. What a performance from the Thors. As we now head into the straight line match. I've made a mess of that straight line. That was anything but a straight line. Alright, we head into the straight line match. Thor, 1 win away from the final. Is it his time? Here we go. The lightning strike is a little bit more difficult. They drag one Thor through the midst. And the Harpooners get to play the game on their terms right now. But the Thors, they're resilient. 2 more lightning strikes. And the Thors are really close to the final now. The Harpooners holding on with what they have left. But they're not strong enough. Thor is your first finalist, ladies and gentlemen. And non-binaries. Thor has shown the Harpooners what skill looks like in their own backyard. Pushing the Harpooners to the 3rd place match. Thor is our first finalist. Shut up, phone. Stop telling me to go to F to sleep. Let's have a check. Where did Thor make it last year? I know he didn't have a good tournament. Thor made it to round 3 and lost to the Valkyrie. And now in the final. Big up Thor for a excellent performance. to get this far without... No, they lost a match. He lost a match to Balmo and Stick in the quarterfinals. Void Monarch against the Dragon. The defending champion is 2 wins away from returning to the final. The Void Monarch will definitely have something to say about that. 3 dragons, 1 Void Monarch. Here we go. It's got a hell of a fight. If he can dodge the fire, he's really in for it. Oh, and he is so in for it. 1 dragon still alive and burning. There's another one still alive and burning, surprisingly, but 2 dragons are dead. But the Void Monarch is not taking no for an answer this year. And is 1 win away from the final. And 1 win away from ending the reign of the champion. Despite a great run again this year from the Dragons. Straight line time. Here we go. The Dragons land a bit more of a burn this time, which sends the Void Monarch into phase 2 much earlier than he would have wanted. But he's still on fire, but the teleport comes in. And these guys can't physically fight the Void Monarch by themselves. The Void Monarch is your 2nd finalist. Congratulations, Void Monarch. Too strong for the Dragon. And there you have it. Let's have a look at the Void Monarch's performance last year compared to this year. Let's see. Where's your name? I don't see your name. Look at me trying to find lore, but not being able to find the lore dude I'm talking about. Oh, the Void Monarch made it to the round of 16 last year, losing out to the Present Elf. The Present Elf making it to the quarterfinals, beating the Void Monarch 2-0. And it's time for the final. The Legacy map. The origins of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator back in like what, 2015? We have first our 3rd place match between the Harpooner and the Dragon. The Dragon will be looking for a medal. After a disappointing semi-final loss. We start the match for 3rd place. It's a best of 5. The Harpooners. Oh, they harpoon the Draggers, but then get incinerated in their faces. But there's 2 Harpooners alive. And they are physically stronger than the carriers of the Dragon. They know this. But 1 Harpooner is dead. It's 1 Harpooner against 2 more Dragon carriers. The last one standing. And it's a first victory for the Harpooners in this best of 5 match. Round 2. It's straight line time. Chat, I also want you to select a fan favorite for the fan favorite award afterwards. Last year it went to the Headbutter. The Dragon? Dragon fan favorite? Okay. For sure. Unless someone else says someone else, the Dragon might win. Here we go. 2nd match in this 3rd place matchup. The Harpooners are staying alive a bit longer right now. But the 2nd Dragon coming through and doing tons of damage. Because I'll be dragging these... Okay. Tons and tons of damage to bring us to 1-1. 3rd match. Back in your camps. split up and back in your camps. 1-1. We're going to 4 at least. Here we go. They have to travel far, far lands. And the dragons, well, they have to carry a little bit more weight. This guy isn't pulling his weight. Well, let's have a look at the harpooners who are choosing to pick sides to target here. 7 of them have gone left to pick, I guess, the more oncoming threat, and 3 of them have gone right. The dragons seem to not know which target they're picking, but the harpooners are starting to line up in a straight line now. They're slowing down, but it's the straight line that cost them last time. And here comes the first dragon's fire. They've picked one target. And this target is doing so much damage right now. The right side harpooners are dead. And some of them are distracted now by the carriers. The dragon's now coming forward to do an immense amount of damage. If they can land these attacks, it's a 2-1 advantage for the dragons. They are close. And now, round 4. Scattered. All over the map. Split up. Can you do well? Just starting on your lonesome. Here we go. Game 4. Dragons have match point for a bronze medal. One harpooner is already in trouble. One harpooner is down. 2 harpooners are down. All 3 dragons still standing. The dragons, they definitely know the art of the comeback, but they are... Why are you flying? Why are you flying? Interesting. All 3 dragons still up. The harpooner numbers are now down to 6. Make that 5. Make that 4. Make that 3. The dragons are really close to that bronze medal now. If they can just pull it over the line. The harpooners, they're lost. They don't know what to do. There's only 1 left. The last dragon flame comes through. And your bronze medalists in the Tabs Unit Tournament 2024 are the dragons. Congratulations, dragons. After a gold medal last year, it wasn't meant to be at the top of the podium, but still a bronze medal to cap off yet another good tournament, showing that the dragons will forever be favorites at a tournament like this. 3-1 in the 3rd place match after going 1-0 down. And now it's time for the final. The grand final. In the left corner, Thor. Let's have another look. Unlucky. In the left corner, Thor, who came this far by defeating the Musketeer, Blunderbuss, Devout Gauntlet, Reaper, Bomb on Stick, and Harpooner to make it to this final. And his opponent, the Void Monarch, who's shown his true potential this year, beating the Archer, Ice Mage, Hay Baler, Solar Architect, Witch, and Dragon to make it this far. It all comes down to this. To a best of 5 on the Legacy map. Recent betting polls favor the Void Monarch. Spend your money now and wisely. Right. Here we are. Close to each other, face to face. Seven Void Monarchs and 10 Thors. Here we go. The final begins. The first strike of lightning is released. Oh, and some of the Void Monarchs have fallen already. Oh, the Void Monarchs are struggling in this opening round, but the summoning of the ultimate mode. But Thor wins the first matchup. Ooh. An early lead for the Thors in this final. Making devastating use of that early lightning attack. Can the Void Monarchs pull it together? They have the advantage that that lightning strike didn't target all of them at once. And they can collectively cause a lot of damage here. This battle's a lot closer. The Void Monarchs have the advantage and to devastating effect. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. Where the Thors made good use of their close range combat in the first match, the Void Monarchs were allowed a bit more time to build up. With the Thors only targeting 1 or 2 Void Monarchs with a lightning strike. Here we go. Battle 3 from range. We are going to 4 at least. Just a reminder, in last year's final, the Witches lost to the Dragons after being 2-0 up. And just now the Dragons defeated was it the Harvesters? No, it wasn't the Harvesters. The Harpooners. 3-1 after being 1-0 down. First attack comes in, and the Thors are going for this early attack, but they haven't taken down a Void Monarch yet. And they're having a lot of work cut out for him. It's way too much. And some of the Void Monarchs haven't even gone to fight yet. But the Thors launch some of their attacks, but it's going to be way too much. The Void Monarchs have a dominant victory to reach championship point. And in the final, and at the end of it all, they will be scattered in the wind. 2-1 to the Void Monarchs. Is there coming back from this for Thor? They need something miraculous. They need something big. They were washed away in Game 3. They need a massive Game 4 if they want to be crowned the Tabs Unit Champions 2024. And they're starting off well here. 1 Void Monarch is down already. A second has fallen. But the Thors are falling as well at the same substantial rate. 1 Void Monarch going ultimate mode. But there's still more Thors on the battlefield. And there's just 2 Void Monarchs left versus 4 Thors. And it's 2-2. We are heading for a grand finale. What do I do for the finale? Decider. Yeah, the decider. What formation do I do for a decider? 1 big circle. A heart? Alright. Chat has decided that it's the power of love. That will decide this final. That is a horrendous heart. Let me redo that a little bit. There we go. It'll do. It'll do. There's heart 1-ish. Okay, that's a lot better. It's not great, but looks a bit better. Can't really make a heart with 7 Void Monarchs, but here we go. It's relatively the same. Oh, no, wait, I have 6. There you go. That's the best I can do. All right, here we go. The grand final. For the win. Thor against the Void Monarchs. The Thors will have, I guess, a little bit more advantage with the space here. And some of the Void Monarchs are already down for the count. The Thors have the advantage. Have they fought back from match point down to claim this tournament? There's still 1 Void Monarch left on the field. There's still a couple of Thors. The Thors are your champions of the Tabs Unit Tournament 2024 in a thrilling finale to deny the Void Monarchs. They are your champions. What a send-off. What a finish. A finale like you would have wanted. Your champions of the Tabs Unit Tournament 2024. Thor. A massive congratulations to them. And that is it for the Community Tabs Unit Tournament 2024. Thors come back from a match point down. 2-1 down in the final to win it. The Void Monarchs come in second. And the Dragons claim the bronze. And now, for our culminating trophy ceremony. Grand finale, indeed. Grand finale. What a finale that was. Here we go. Wow. What a finale. What a tournament again. I'm glad I did it again after all. Alright. Here we are. It is time, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries, for the final medal ceremony. And let me get the winners' medals. For these units have fought well to get where they are. And now can share all the spoils of victory. Beginning with, in 3rd place, our defending champion, who fought so hard but came up short against an inspired Void Monarch. Your bronze medalists, the HiddeGvL Tabs Unit Tournament 2024. The Dragon. Your bronze medal. Congratulations. Congratulations. Here you go. Oppa. Bronze medal for the Dragon. In 2nd place, perhaps the tournament favorite. 1 win away from victory, but ultimately came up short despite a fantastic tournament. The Void Monarch. In 2nd place. Congratulations. Your silver medal. Your silver medal. It won't taste as good as gold, but it's still an excellent achievement for your performances this tournament. Congratulations, Void Monarch. And your winner, coming through a very open top bracket, seizing the opportunity like no other, and coming back from the brink in the final against perhaps the best possible opponent in this tournament, the Void Monarch, your Tabs HiddeGvL Unit Championship Champion 2024 is Thor. Congratulations, Thor. A gold, beautiful gold medal. Is this gold? If I brought a silver one. No, this is gold. Gold medal for Thor. Congratulations, congratulations. A fantastic performance a fantastic showing of nit and grit and pure power. The God of Thunder lives up to his name. That's your podium, ladies and gentlemen. But there's one more award to give out. The Fan Favorite Award. Selected by a unanimous judge of one for its ability to be the blunt of a These Nuts joke. Your fan favorite is the Dragon. Congratulations! Your fan favorite award. You get an extra medal. The Dragon get a bronze medal, or not a bronze medal, an iron medal for a fan favorite. Congratulations, on top of your bronze medal. Oh, is that tabs? Yes, it is. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These are your medalists and fan favorite for our tabs unit tournament 2024. Congratulations to all participants. This was a fantastic, fun ride. I hope you have enjoyed the show as well. I will be uploading the VOD of this tournament to my YouTube channel at some point. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I'll be putting it up on upload immediately, so that if you have missed all the action, you can go and watch the VOD. Uncut, unedited, for your pleasure. These are your final results. With a phenomenal bracket. We got through this in less time as well. This was very efficiently done and very great. I'm happy with how this went, and I'm happy that chat enjoyed it. Great tournament. All right, we'll be back next year. We'll be back. We'll do this again next year. All right. But for now, Announcer Hidde is out for the day. Thank you for joining in. This will be the last time I dress fancy on stream in a while, unless I have a good reason for it. But I hope you have enjoyed the show today. Thank you for joining in. Enjoy your evenings. Is there someone to raid tonight? Not really. None of my following channels. Oh well. We'll do a raid next time. Take care, chat. Thanks for stopping by and enjoying the show. I will see you guys on Thursday. Take care.